Om Shanti. Today is 3rd October 2021 and we shall listen to the Avyakta versions of Avyakta Bhakdada. These Avyakta versions were spoken by Avyakta Bhakdada on 31st March 1988. It was season's last Murli, and so Baba is saying the stage of the children, giving the result according to the stage, and Baba is also giving the homework that is to be done for the next 6 months. So we shall listen to the versions. The title for today's Murli is A Godly Scheme to Accumulate the Two Powers of Words and Actions. Today, the spiritual flame is seeing his spiritual moths. The moths from all directions have fallen in love. That is, they have sacrificed themselves to the flame. There are innumerable moths who sacrifice themselves. That is, who fall in love. However, after the sacrifice, that sacrifice in which souls become like the flame, because of their love for the flame, is number-wise. In fact, the sacrifice takes place because there is love in their hearts. There is a difference between deep love in the heart and just having love. Everyone has love, and it is because of love that there has been the sacrifice. The ones who have love in their hearts, those who have deep love in their hearts, are the ones who understand the things in the Father's heart and his hopes, and who also fulfill them. The ones who have love in their hearts are the ones who fulfill the hopes and desires of the Father's heart. Being loving with the heart means that whatever has been spoken from the heart of the Father is merged in the hearts of the children. Whatever is merged in their hearts will automatically be in their actions. But the second type, for those souls who have only love, some things are merged in their hearts and some things are merged in their heads. Whatever is merged in the hearts is put into action. Many thoughts arise out of whatever is merged in their heads, such as, can we do this or not? Or, it has to be done. It will happen at the right time. And because of many thoughts like this, it only stays at the level of thought and isn't put into action. So today, Bap Dada saw that all of you are the ones who have sacrificed yourself. Everyone has sacrificed themselves. If you hadn't sacrificed yourselves, you could not be called Brahmins. Out of love for the Father, you have to make a sacrifice of doing what the Father has said. That is, you have to renounce the consciousness of I. Whether it is of arrogance or of weakness, both have to be renounced. This is called a sacrifice. So Baba says that because of sacrifice, you are called Brahmins, and only out of the love for the Father, the ones who have deep love for the Father, they make a sacrifice. They sacrifice themselves and they make a sacrifice of whatever the Father has said. And that is, in that love, it is easy for them to renounce the consciousness of I. In both ways, whether it is of arrogance or of weakness, both have to be renounced. And this is called a sacrifice, the real sacrifice. There are many who sacrifice themselves, but those who have courage to make this sacrifice of the consciousness of I are number wise. Today, Bap Dada is seeing the result. So Bap Dada was seeing the stage of how each one is number wise on the basis of sacrifice and also the result. Today, Bap Dada is seeing the result of just this 1 month. In this season, Bap Dada has specially given signals so many times in many different ways for you souls to become equal to the Father. Bap Saman. Baba has given many signals in different ways for all of us to become like the Father. Bap Saman. This is the special elevated desire in Bap Dada's heart. Baba says Bap Dada has only one desire. And Bap Dada's most elevated desire of the heart is that every child should become like the Father. That's the only desire the Father has. So Baba says, this is the special elevated desire in Bap Dada's heart. You have received so many treasures and so many blessings. You have come running here in order to claim blessings. Children have been coming to Madhuban in order to claim blessings. The Father is so pleased that the children have been coming to meet him with such love, and that they are pleased to receive blessings. However, who are the ones who are going to fulfill the hopes and desires of the Father's heart? To what extent have you put into practice the things that the Father has told you about? What is the result of all three? Thoughts, words, and actions. To what extent are your minds powerful in relationships and connections? So Baba is seeing the result of how many children are able to put into practice whatever Baba has told us in thoughts, words, action, and how much our minds are powerful in relationship and connections. If you simply sat and churned all these things, that is very good for self-progress, and it has to be done. However, for you elevated souls whose minds are elevated, that is, whose thoughts are powerful and who have good wishes and pure feelings, so Baba is seeing how the children's mind are elevated, and the proof that the mind or the thoughts are elevated, the thoughts are powerful and they have feelings of good wishes and pure feelings in their heart. Then Baba asked, what is the mirror of the power of your minds? How much power do we have in our minds? What is the mirror? The mirror of this is your words and actions. The mirror of a powerful mind. Definitely, if the mind is powerful, then it reflects in our words and actions. Whether with Ajnani souls or with Jnani souls, your words and actions in your relationships and connections with both types of soul are a mirror. For anyone, whether it is a Jnani souls or Jnani souls, everyone's mind, the thoughts are reflected in their words and actions, especially when we come into relationship and connection with others. So Baba says, if your words and actions are not filled with good wishes and pure feelings, how can the practical form of your power of your minds be understood? So if in words there is no good wishes, no pure feelings, if in our actions there are no good wishes and pure feelings, then how can people understand that yes, we have a powerful mind? Those who have pure and powerful minds will automatically have pure, powerful, and pure words and actions. They will be filled with good wishes. So, this is the proof. And Baba checks on the basis of this proof. So, Baba says, those who have pure and powerful minds will automatically have powerful and pure words and actions. They will be filled with good wishes. A powerful mind means the power of their remembrance will be elevated and powerful. So, a powerful mind means the power of their remembrance will be elevated and powerful, and they will be easy yogis. Not only will they be easy yogis, but they will be easy karma yogis. Bap Dada saw that the majority of children pays attention to making remembrance powerful. And they have the zeal and enthusiasm to make the remembrance easy and constant. They are moving forward in this, and they will continue to move forward. They have good love for the Father, and this is why they pay good attention to remembrance. So again, the cycle is when there is love, then they have this attention on remembrance. Because the basis of remembrance is love. All are very good. So Baba is congratulating everyone. All are very good when it comes to having heart-to-heart conversation with the Father. However, sometimes they show a stern eye when they get upset with one another. And then they complain to the Father. Why don't you put this right? The eye is filled with love and affection. But when they come into the gathering, when they start to perform actions and interact with the family, then there is a lot of wastage of words in the gathering. That is, it is evident in the power of words. Because the power of words is wasted, there is a reduction in the power or special ingredient to make others experience the revelation of the Father. They like the things they hear because knowledge is very good. So, whomever we give the knowledge, they like the things they hear. That is something else. For you repeat the things that the Father has said. And so they would surely like those things. However, because the power of words is wasted, power is not accumulated. This is why there is still a delay in spreading the sound of the revelation of the Father. There are too many ordinary words being spoken. Instead, let there be alaukic words, words of angels. So this year, underline this specially. So this is the homework that Papa is giving us, that instead of ordinary words, let there be alaukic words, words of angels. as if angels are speaking alaukic words. So Baba says this year, underline this especially. You saw Father Brahma. His words were the words of an angel. Few words and sweet words. Whereas words that don't are not fruitful, are wasteful. Even if there are words for business activities, and you do have to speak for activities, do not let there be too many words. You now have to accumulate power. Just as you accumulate power of mind, Baba says, just as you accumulate power of the mind with remembrance. And when you sit in silence, you accumulate the power of thoughts. In the same way, accumulate the power of words. Baba will tell you something amusing. What Baba sees in the subtle region, or when he sees from the subtle region what children are doing in this corporeal world. So Baba will tell you something amusing. In Bap Dada's world, there is everyone's saving box. You also have a box. Baba says in the centers also, you have Baba's box. You also have a box, that is Baba's box in your centers, do you not? In the Father's world, there are the children's saving boxes. Throughout the day, each one of you saves and accumulates the three powers of thoughts, words, and deeds. And that is your saving box. There is a full account of how much power of the mind, power of the words, and power of actions you have accumulated. You also send an account. Physically also we send an account of your savings and expenditure to Madhuban, do you not? So Bap Dada was looking at your saving boxes. What would have emerged? Oh, this is amusing. So what would have emerged? How much would have been saved in your account? Baba was saying, how much would have been saved in your account? Each one's result is individual. Many boxes were full, but they contained a lot of pennies. So the accumulation of the power of thoughts, words, and deeds, in that there was a lot of pennies. And the saving boxes were full with pennies. That was very little. When little children save pennies in their saving boxes, their box gets very heavy. So Baba especially saw this a great deal in the result of words. You pay attention to remembrance, but you don't pay as much attention to words. So this is the result that Baba told us, and the amusing part that he sees from the subtle regions. So this year, create a scheme to save the powers of both words and actions. The government also create various saving schemes, does it not? Of course, all of you know that the main one is the power of thoughts. However, along with the power of thoughts, words and actions are also especially connected. With the power of thoughts, power of words and actions are also connected because they are clearly visible in relationship and connections. Thoughts are incognito, whereas these are clearly visible. The method for saving your words is, so Baba is giving a yukti, how we are able to save our words. Speak less, speak sweetly, and speak respectfully. Father Brahma made the young and the old belong to him by speaking to them with respect. The more you move forward, Using this method, the sooner the rosary of victory will be ready. So, what are you going to do this year? Now, Baba is asking us, what are we going to do this year? As well as service, you specially have to accumulate these powers while doing service. All of you have made the best of all plans for service. Even now, the service that is taking place everywhere according to the plans, whether in Bharat or abroad, is good, and you will continue to do good service. Just as you are continuing to move forward with the good wishes of creating result better than the next. In the same way, in service, let there also be the special thought collectively of remaining content with yourself and of making others content. Because three types of service take place simultaneously. First, contentment with the self, which is self-service. Second, contentment of the gathering, which is the service of the family. And third, serving souls of the world through language, words, or any other method. Three types of service take place at the same time. Whatever program you create has three types of service merged in it: service for the self, service for the family, and service for the world service. So Baba says, just as you pay attention to the method and result of world service, in the same way, for the other two types of service of the self and the gathering, let all three, thoughts, words, and actions, be free from obstacles. For only then would it be said that you have number one, success in service. To be successful in all three means to claim a number. Baba says, to be successful in all the three, thoughts, word, and action, means to claim a number. This year, let there be success at the same time in all three types of service. Let these drums beat. Baba says, let these drums beat. If the drums only beat in one corner, the sound does not reach the ears of Kumbhakarna, the sleeping giant. When these drums beat in all directions, all the Kumbhakarnas will then awaken. At present, one wakes up and another goes to sleep. When the second one wakes up, the third one goes to sleep. They wake up a little and say that this is good, and then they go back to sleep. However, only when they wake up and say, Aho Prabhu, that is, how wonderful God is, in words or in their minds, and claim their inheritance of liberation, will completion take place. So when these Kumbhakarnas waken up and say how wonderful God is in words or in their minds, and they make efforts to claim their inheritance of liberation, only then completion would take place. Only when they are awakened can they claim their inheritance of liberation. So do you understand what you have to do? Be cooperative with one another. By protecting others, you will protect yourself. By protecting others, you will protect yourself. That is, you will be able to save in your account. However closely you bring others into contact with the plans of service, that much result of service will be visible in a practical way. So how much we come into contact with people on the basis of the plans of service, that much results will be visible in a practical way. You have been doing the service of giving a message, and you must continue to do that. But this year, you mustn't just give the message. You also have to make them cooperative. It was global cooperation. So Baba says you don't just give them the message of cooperation, but you make them cooperative. That is, bring them into close contact. You get them to fill a form, and that will continue anyway. But this year, move forward. Get them to fill a form, but do not leave it at that. Bring them into a relationship. Create plans depending on the type of person to form a connection with them. Even if you have small programs, let this be your aim, to bring them into contact and make them cooperative. Do not make them cooperative just for 1 hour or just while they fill in a form, but with cooperation, bring them close. Develop a connection or a relationship with them. Then, as you progress further, the form of service will change. You won't have to do anything for yourself. People who are in relationship with you will speak on your behalf. You will just have to give blessings and drishti. Just as nowadays they make Shankaracharya sit on the chair. In the same way, they will sit you on a chair of being worthy of worship, not on a silver chair, definitely. They will become instruments to prepare the field, and you will just have to sow seeds with your drishti. So Baba says they will become instruments to prepare the field, and you will just have to sow seeds with your drishti. Speak a few words of blessings, and then revelation will take place. Now Baba will be revealed in front of the world. So they will prepare the field, and we just have to sow seeds with our drishti and speak a few words of blessings, and the revelation will take place. From that, the Father will be visible through you. And with the experience of the Father's drishti and his love, the sounds of revelation will begin to be heard. The blessing for us children today is, may you have an intellect filled with faith and transform the sanskars of all souls with your benevolent feelings. I repeat, may you have an intellect filled with faith and transform the sanskaras of all souls with your benevolent feelings. Your intellect has 100% faith in the Father, so that no matter how much someone tries to shake you, they cannot. In the same way, no matter what type of paper souls in the divine family or in the worldly community give you, even if they get angry, now it says, even if they get angry and oppose you, insult you, or defame you, they cannot shake you. For this, simply have benevolent feelings for all souls. And these feelings will transform their sanskars. You mustn't become impatient in this. Fruit will definitely emerge at the right time. This is fixed in drama. Baba's slogan today is, with the power of purity, make your thoughts clean and pure and filled with knowledge, and finish your weaknesses. So Baba says, with the power of purity, make your thoughts clean and pure and filled with knowledge, and finish your weakness. Acha. Om